training Make sure not to press the video. There's a video.
Mic test. Hey guys.
Asam ko lang yung yes.
Hi everyone! Thank you so much for coming to our Dexcon for WrestleStorm 2. So we have the good, thank you. So we have the good Dr. Gore and ang pusong Pinoy wrestling champion Maxx here to take some of your questions. Does anyone want to ask anything?
G3 or
Saan ba na yung volume ba?
Hey guys, by the way, my name is Mon from G3 and I have a question for Mr. Gore. So this is your fourth time in the Philippines and they say you're undefeated. Do you think it will be the fifth in the row? And do you think do you have what it takes to be the Pusong Pinoy wrestling champ?
Mr. You may take
Working? Can I use this one? Sorry, what was the name again? One more time, please.
Raymond from G3.
Juan.
Mon. Raymond.
Mr. Mon.
Mon, yes.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, this is the fourth time. 3 times for Dexcon. But before COVID, I was here. I debuted with another show. You asked me if I have what it takes to be the champion. Of course, that's without question. I wouldn't have accepted any championship, any match, if I didn't believe I could have. One thing I'd like to say is that we are on WrestleStorm 2. We are on Thriller TV. This is the first Filipino title being defended on Thriller. And the champion, your champion, had a chance. You know, by the way, congratulations on your 5-winning streak, your 5-match winning streak. But on a 5-match winning streak, this guy decides to challenge me. He could challenge Yoshitatsu, he could challenge Aki, he could challenge me. But he thinks that he wants to not call out the biggest name on the card, and he calls out me. I see that as him thinking that I'm an easy target for his first defense. I take that as disrespect.
Oh.
I take that as him trying to look at me a certain way. And I'm going to bring that same energy into the ring. So if he thinks that a 5-match winning streak is going to carry him into the title, I can tell you that it doesn't matter how many fights you're going through. When you step into the ring with me, you give your best, or you jolly well don't take part.
Okay. Follow-up question. For you, how weak is your opponent? Rate him from 1 to 10. Rate him from 1 to 10.
What? His looks? His sexual appeal?
I think his wrestling techniques.
What kind of magazine are you for again? Sorry.
How weak is your opponent?
How weak?
Rate him from 1 to 10. 10 is the weakest.
10 is the best. 10 is the weakest.
1 is the weakest.
How weak is
How weak
is
is Maxx?
He's on a 5-fight winning streak. Okay. So he's a 10. He's a champion, so he's a 10.
Alright.
But he's a 10 against the Filipino wrestling scene. I'm his first international match. So I'm giving him the respect that he's a 10. If he doesn't give me the respect inside the ring tomorrow and he doesn't bring his 10, then once again he has to reconsider himself and look hard into the mirror whether he deserves to carry any kind of belt, any kind of reputation. So I'm telling him now he's a 10. If he doesn't carry the energy tomorrow, then he has to really consider whether he's worthy of being called a 10.
Alright. Thank you so much. How about for Maxx? Maxx. From scale 1 to 10, how are you going to have a hard time on defeating Mr. Gore?
Dr. Gore.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
Package ko na lang. Yeah, but I think that's the problem. He said that ina-underestimate ko siya or what. When I accepted the challenge for this match, I said this isn't an open challenge. I accepted to those people who deserves it. As you mentioned before, Dr. Gore is undefeated here in Dexcon and have I think the first ever at wrestling show. So that makes him a worthy opponent. So that's the problem. That's his problem. If he thinks that I underestimate him. But to answer your question, I think he give me a 10. I'll also give him a 10. So this will be a good match and first a lot of firsts in this match. The first time that this title will be Filipino Championship will be shown in Dr. Gore is my first international opponent, and then this will be the first title defense for this championship. So that's the mission, to make this heavier and heavier once it's demanded and be the best championship in Southeast Asia. Yep.
Thank you to our friends from G3. Anyone else from the media would like to? Oh yes, Mr. Rafi.
Hi, hello, Rafi from Rafi Graffiti. Question for Maxx. So, this is your first international defense. What do you think are the hallmarks of the Filipino wrestling spirit that you will bring into this match?
See this one? Puso means heart. I think for the past 10 years, the Philippine wrestling represented that Pinoy wrestler has heart, especially me. I think I can call myself a late bloomer. I've been with JDL since 2014, but this is my first, after 10 years, almost 11 years, this is my first top championship. So, if I don't represent Puso, if I don't have heart, I don't deserve this. So, if if there's one thing that Dr. Gore needs to watch out, it's the heart of Pinoy wrestlers, and never underestimate the heart of a champion.
Love that, thank you.
I don't think I've ever disrespected or underestimated Filipino wrestling. I just underestimate you. He talks about the heart of Filipino wrestling. I don't disrespect any culture that I go to. People forget that I've been here before COVID. People forget that I've been doing this before the horrors. He talks about late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer too. He talks about this is his first championship. That's my first championship in a long time without the butcher. Now I hear the quiver in your voice. I see your elbows on the table, and I hear the amount of shakiness that's coming from him, which shows me that I don't need to validate his actions. He's validating himself when he says that I underestimate him. I never said anything about him. I just say that he thinks of me on a certain way because he had the opportunity to go after the biggest name on the card, Yoshitatsu. He had the opportunity to go against Balian Aki, but he didn't. He went after me. Says more about him than me.
Any follow-up questions?
Hi, a question for Dr. Gore. So being a champion means that you represent like the qualities of the championship as well as the promotion as well as with this specific one, it is the Filipino people and Filipino wrestling, right? What makes you think that you are a good fit to do that?
I don't think that I'm a good fit of anything. Like, I don't pretend to go around saying that I belong to a culture because I've been here before or because people chant, please come back, please come back. I don't use that as validation that I belong. I know my place. I know that I'm a visitor, I'm a guest. I take my shoes off before I go inside someone's ring or someone's house. They bestow upon me that I'm an honorary Filipino. I'm thankful, but I still tell them I refuse to accept that because I still need to do more. You know? what does it mean for me to carry that championship? Personally, for me, it means that I did my best. I'm not trying to validate that my actions will be representative of Pinoy culture. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say that I did that because I did my best. I left it all in the ring. I want Maxx to say the same thing about tomorrow's match. We are the title match, but we are not the main event. Maybe you should ask the booker why that's happening. And then, the second follow-up question, the second follow-up point to bring up to that is, if he doesn't give his best tomorrow, then that's the reason why you're not the main event, despite having main as your name. So, I'm not going to pretend that when I carry that, I'm a Filipino wrestler. But I know that when I carry that, I carry Puso Pro Wrestling's name. But I carry my abilities, which is something I want to prove. I understand what it means to be a late bloomer, but I don't use that as an excuse if I don't do well, if I'm not the main event. So tomorrow, we are the title match. Look at me, please. We are the title match. We have a responsibility to be the best match tomorrow. I hope you bring that tomorrow. Understand?
Anything else? One last question for the media? No? Alright, I think we can do the face-off now. Yeah, please.
Alright, look here, guys. Facing media. Let's go.